Would you like to make a Christmas wreath using just one roll of Deco mesh that's 10 inches by 10 yards? That is what we're doing in today's wreath. Today's wreath is none other than a pancake method wreath. I love using this style. Our theme is going to be little candy cane candles. It's going to be adorable. Hello my sweet friends and welcome to DIY with Nadia. My co-host today is our sweet little Louie and we are ready to get started on our beautiful Christmas pancake wreath. Here are the supplies for our gorgeous wreath, starting with Deco mesh. It's one roll of 10-inch by 10 yards of Deco mesh. When it comes to this wreath, I like to do a 2.5-inch that's kind of an accent, and then the 1.5 because it will go on top, that is the decorative ribbon. So in this case, I'm using this gorgeous one. It has little berries. It's going to match our wreath nicely. It has little gold specks throughout. Of course, it is wired. As a decorative touch, I'm going to be putting little bows on the 6 inner pipe cleaners of this wreath, and I have this gorgeous gold ribbon. It's 1.5 inch. It is wired, and I think it will make really pretty bows and will decorate this wreath beautifully. Of course, you will need a pack of pipe cleaner, but really you're going to need 12 for the wreath base, and if you're going to attach a sign using a pipe cleaner, you might need more. In my case, I always do like to use floral wire for the sign. This sign does have 2 holes already pre-made for me, which is really nice. Speaking of the sign, it has these beautiful candy cane candles, but I'm not going to be focusing on the candy cane part. I'm going to be focusing on the berries. That's why I chose ribbon that will match that beautifully, and the green that we have here will actually work really nicely with the Deco mesh. I will be using a 14-inch metal wreath base, and to cut my Deco mesh, I am going to be using a wood burning tool. The tip that you're going to use is up to you. Some people like to use the flat one. It kind of looks like a screwdriver on an angle. I do like to use the one that looks like a little needle. Honestly, I don't think it matters what tip you use. It's just more of what you're comfortable with. When I use my wood burning tool, I always like to use this tempered glass cutting board. It makes things really easy and it's a perfect size. As usual, I will have everything linked in the description box below and where you can purchase it for yourself. We're going to start with attaching our pipe cleaners, and we only need 12 for this wreath. 6 on the inside and 6 on the outside. On the inside, I'm going to be attaching on rows 1 and 2 right in the center. We're going to face that one down. My first 6 pipe cleaners are on. Now we're moving on to the outside row. There we're going to put pipe cleaners on rows 2 and 3, so the 2 middle rows. And I like to put my pipe cleaner from one side to another, meaning kitty corner to kitty corner. So from this side to the other side, twist in the center, and we're going to twist out. The reason I'm laying out my pipe cleaners the way that I am is because this is one of those wreaths that we're going to be working outside in instead of working inside out. When you're done attaching your pipe cleaners, your wreath should look something like this. 6 on the inside and 6 on the outside. All right, friends, now it's time to get to business. The first thing I like to do is straighten out my Deco mesh. I'm going to go a few rows in, and I always go between 2 rows that are going vertical. And the reason I'm doing this is because look how beautifully foiled my Deco mesh is. All right, my friends, I'm going to need 12 pieces at 30 inches in length. Since I took off a little bit on here, I'm going to keep them at about 29.5 to make up for that piece that I cut off, because it's just not always that exact. If you want to go 29, that's fine too. It'll be fine. I'm doing 29.5, and as crooked as this row is, we're just going along with it because eventually it will straighten out just like this. When I cut my Deco mesh, I also make sure to open my my window, or you can just take your whole project outside if you can and do it outside in the fresh air, because you are cutting plastic. So just make sure that you have a nicely ventilated area when you're using your heating tool or your wood burning tool. I'm going to keep on cutting until I have my 12 pieces, and that should be the entire roll. Next, I'm going to get my ribbon ready, and I'm going to be cutting all my ribbon into 12-inch strips. Let's measure off 12 inches, and we're going to need 12 of them, one for each pipe cleaner. As usual, I like to zigzag these. To make my dovetails, I'm just folding the edges in half, cutting out a little triangle, making sure I cut the piece that goes around, and then just like that we have dovetails. Next, I'm going to cut the 1.5 inch ribbon, and same thing, we're measuring 12 inches and we're going to need 12 pieces. Just like with our 2.5 inch ribbon, we are going to be cutting dovetails. So fold in half and cut a little triangle, and of course we're going to do that to both sides. Open it up and we have our dovetails. When it comes to the gold ribbon, or the ribbon that I'm going to be making the bows with, we're only going to need 6 of these, and these I'm going to cut into 21-inch strips. So at 21 inches, we're going to zigzag until we have 6 pieces, and of course we are going to also dovetail these. Look how gorgeous these are. Can you guys see why it takes forever to make these wreaths sometimes? When Simba needs a scratch, Simba needs a scratch, and until he's done, look at this, not done yet. There is no working for me. I have everything cut up. Now it's time to bring this wreath together. We're going to start on the outside row first and then work on the inside row, because the inside row is going to be layered on top of the outside row and cover any of the empty sections that may show through. And then of course we're going to have the sign right in the center on top of that. I'm ready to get going on my ruffles. Here is how the edge looks on my Deco mesh. It's sealed beautifully. I'm going to have the Deco mesh roll onto the table. We're going to do one little fold, and then we're going to collect in the center. Since I don't have any lines on this Deco mesh, I like to use my cutting mat to know where the center is and just start collecting in the little square. When I come towards the end of the ruffle, the other side should be curled in just a little bit. I'm going to make sure it's folded an inch, finish bringing it together, and then I'm going to attach to the pipe cleaner. Making sure my ruffle is nice and even. Press all of this down as much as I can. A good twist, or maybe 2. There you go. And face that pipe cleaner up so we can get a hold of it when we are attaching our ribbon. When it comes to the ends, what I like to do is connect it like a little flower. So we're going to overlap just a little bit, and the side you want to overlap is basically see which one molds into the other one. I think this one will be fine on this side. There we go. And now we have a complete flower. Let's work on our next one. Grabbing my Deco mesh. My Deco mesh is being rolled onto the table. That way it's easy to do a quick little fold, about an inch. Center my Deco mesh on my cutting mat, and off I go collecting my ruffle. Grab that inch and bring it in. You can do this part on the actual pipe cleaner like I did last time, or you can do it in your hand. Basically, you want to see if you have any dips that are really noticeable, because this is a ruffle. Like this one is really towards the inside. We're going to gently, and when I mean gently, my friends. Pull, and don't pull on the end. Pull towards the inside, and that way we have everything evened out. And let's attach. Push everything down, and let's do 2 twists. Nice and tight, and then we can overlap. One side, overlap the other side, and we have a beautiful, beautiful little flower here. I'm going to finish the rest of the ruffles just on the outside row. Can you guys see the shimmer in this Deco mesh? So pretty. All right, now that the outside row is done, we are ready to bring in the ribbon, and we have to put the ribbon in because it will be awkward to put put them in when we have the inside row done. Starting with the 2.5 inch, then I'm going to put 1.5 inch over it. I like to do this right on the measuring mat because it's so much easier. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring your thumbs in right in the center, and you're going to push the bottom row towards the top row while we're bringing the sides down. That way we have this instant V. And we're going to put it so that the tails, of course, are facing out. Lay them out beautifully. And now I'm just twisting the pipe cleaner up. I'm not going to be adding anything else to the pipe cleaner. So about 1 inch in, I'm going to cut off the extra tail. And I'm just going to fold it in half and behind the ribbon. Let's do one more. I have my 2.5 inch, bringing in my 1.5 inch, lay it right over. In the center, we're going to bring our thumbs, push the thumbs up as we're bringing the rest of the ribbon down, and make a little V. I find that when I do the little V technique, the ribbon stays in place a little nicer because yes, I know you can just attach the ribbon and fold them down, but this way they're naturally already in place. They're naturally a little V, and it's going to stay like that. Folding in and folding back. I'm going to attach the ribbon and just lay them out beautifully. The ribbon and Deco Mesh is on the outer row. Now we're going to go towards the inner row and grab those pipe cleaners. We can see them clearly because we laid them out like that. And we're going to pull them up so it's going to be easier for us to attach our next row of ruffles. Grab a roll of Deco Mesh, do a little fold, and we're going to gather in the center. Fold the end about 1 inch, bring it together. Now I like to make sure that it's more or less centered. Sometimes I don't fix them at all if they came together nicely. I think sometimes it depends on your Deco Mesh, if it's thick or thin, how it comes together. Let's attach it to the pipe cleaner, push it down in the center, and give it a good twist. Overlap the endings on one side and then the other. As you can see here, we're going to cover this empty space. And if you would like, you can definitely attach the ribbon at the same time. So I'm going to grab the red and the printed one, center it, bring it together in a little V, and attach it. This time I'm going to do 2 twists, and I'm going to leave the pipe cleaners where they are. I'm not going to cut these off right now because we still need to attach the other bows to it. I'm going to finish up this inner row and I'll be back. All the Deco Mesh and ribbon is on. Now I'm going to bring in the sign, attach the sign, and then we're going to finish up with our bows. I was going to use a white floral wire, but I decided to use this gold one. It's a 22 gauge floral wire. I'm going to cut about 12-inch pieces, putting the floral wire through and giving the floral wire a few good twists in the back. When you have a sign that has floral wire on the sides, instead of attaching them at 3 and 9, I would attach them more of 2 and 10. Having the wires attached a little higher is going to suspend the sign a little bit better. Even if it sways down, I think it's in a good spot. That looks good. Now I'm going to lock the floral wire in place. Now that the sign is in a good spot, let's work on the bows. Here is that gold ribbon that we're going to use for our bows. The first thing we're going to do is make an awareness ribbon. Here's my beautiful ribbon. I'm going to put the pretty side down and just hold it. Now I'm going to take the other side, twist it, and lay it over. So the pretty side is on this side and we have the back side right here. Then I'm going to go to my square and focus on the 4 squares. The corner is going to go right there in the corner, and I'm going to measure off 1, 2, 3.5. At 3.5, that's the end of my tail. That pointy end is going to be touching 3.5 inches on one side. On this side, same thing, 1, 2, 3.5. That is where the little corner is going to be touching, and we are bringing everything together just like this. Then we're going to take the top and we're going to lay it over our bow. When you have your bow like this, I'm going to just flip it upside down, bring it together, and now we're going to attach, and you're going to see just how lovely this bow is going to be. Let's do a few twists, twisting up, cutting off about 1 inch from the connection, and I'm going to just twist that tail behind our bow. Look at this gorgeousness. If you want, you can definitely put something in the center. I'm thinking of doing that since my bow is a little bit on the lighter side. Now in person you can definitely tell there is a bow, but I feel like on camera it kind of washes out a little bit. But regardless, I'm going to bring the red right into the bow because it's going to tie in with the red that we have in our ribbon. And it's going to look pretty when we're all done. Let's make another bow together. The pretty side is going down, the other side is going over, and then we're just going to flip. We have the tail, and here we have 3.5 and 3.5. When we have that, I'm going to just grab it in that center. Now I'm just going to find the center of that top loop, bring it in, flip it around, and now we're going to bring this gorgeous bow together and attach it to our next pipe cleaner. And we're doing this, of course, only to the inner row, to the last row that we did. Twist that pipe cleaner up, cut the excess, and I'm just folding the tail in the back. The bows bring such a gorgeous element to this wreath, and the wreath still stays on the flatter side. This wreath is perfect for those who have storm doors because we don't have that much room between the door to your home and the storm door. So these are perfect. There's no ribbon that's going to be flattened usually. And I used to have these all the time in my house when I did have the storm door. Whether you have a storm door or not, this is always a gorgeous wreath to have in your home. All my pretty bows are on. Now I'm going to grab some vase fillers. I'm going to take those red ones and I'm going to hot glue to the center of the bows. Put them in a little dish. I'm taking the biggest ones, a little bit of hot glue, and right in the center. I think it makes the bow pop. Look at these two. Beautiful. Straighten out all the ribbon, and that's it for this beautiful, beautiful pancake Christmas wreath. Look at those lovely bows. I hope you enjoyed this wreath tutorial. For more tutorials like this, go to my YouTube homepage. There you will find either a search bar where you can type in either the method of the wreath or the holiday you're looking for, and all kinds of videos will pop up. Thank you so much for being with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course hit the thumbs up button, and we will see you in our next video. Bye bye, my sweet friends. Mwah! Mwah! Louis says bye.